Yes, absolutely, unequivocally kills me every time I see it from a personal trainer. And that is that modifying an exercise for a person means to make easier. And what shits me about it is the modifications, they're always the same. So someone will take a burpee, which to me is this, right? And they will always do the same modification, no matter what the person in front of them needs. So if they're pregnant, they'll be down here like this. If they have diastasis, they'll be down there like that. If they have pelvic floor dysfunction, they'll be down there like that. And these modifications, aren't always appropriate for those groups. Like, you don't get pregnant women prone like that. And C, they often lose the intensity. So personal trainers are actually missing out on an opportunity to keep their training, or keep the core and the essence of what makes their training special, which for some of you is high intensity, high risk exercise, by prescribing modifications that are either inappropriate, making easy, and not bespoke to the client and the client's needs. So if we go to the burpees, so if I have a client with pelvic floor dysfunction, say, then jumping, obviously, it's not ideal on her pelvic floor. But a lot of the time they're fine here to here, or they're here and their knees to go to the ground, right? And then here is just a calf raise instead of a jump. Someone with a diastasis, they might be fine jumping, and but they can't get to here even without their guts hanging out. So how can I change their position but keep the intensity right up there, so they're still jumping, they're still changing levels? Like, I can do that. I can do that by knowing their body and knowing what their issue is, right? So the other one that shits me is push-ups. So you go to a boot camp, all the men are on their toes doing push-ups, and the girls are on their knees doing push-ups, or like this. We see that a lot. The thing about it is, apart from those burpees, the thing about it is it's not taking into account what the client's here for. If they're at boot camp, they want to effing train, right? They want the intensity, and you are doing your business a disservice by selling boot camp and giving women these. Okay, so depending on the woman, like if she's pregnant, we don't want to load her abs to the point where her insides are pushing out. And if you don't know what doming looks like, you need to do either our core dysfunction courses or some kind of pelvic health qualification. So, like, if a woman has the diastasis and is doming, oftentimes this position, even if it's perfect, is just as bad for her or will hurt her back, right? So how do we load the chest and we keep the intensity without resorting to an exercise that's rote, that you're just giving because it's the same modification all the time? That's possibly still inappropriate because you know about this now. And C is easier. So you're reducing the intensity. A couple of ideas would be, so up here is quite easy on a diastasis. You can check it though. Shoulder press, tricep push-ups. So you come right in here and you make sure the nipples go between the fingers. It's pretty hard. Or a bench press. So this is actually gravity assisted, but you can still go like unreasonably heavy for her on her chest, right? So that's just 3 ways of keeping it heavy and nasty and intense without giving her just a generic brand of aggression, or making it easier and doing your business a disservice. So when you're modifying an exercise, let's think box jumps now. So a lot of women, or double unders, a lot of women have trouble with the skipping, but the double skip when they go. So what are ways that we can keep it low impact for the pelvic floor? Some of my favorites are the old knee repeater or a calf raise onto whatever exercise, like these old chestnuts are still, you're going to hear me, I'm going to get pretty puffed, but they don't have the bang, bang, bang on the pelvic floor. See, the plyometric exercise has. And it's a modification, but it's not making easy, right? So don't just, give me a minute. Don't just take my word for it either, okay? We are strong, intelligent, amazing people. Personal trainers are the only occupation in the world that can prevent dementia, improve survivorship of cancer, put autoimmune disease in remission. We are so powerful, okay? Think about the individual in front of you. What are their goals? Why are they here? Why do they see you and not go to Pilates down the road? What are their vulnerabilities? So as a species, i.e. a woman with a big round pelvic floor compared to a man's nice compact triangular one, but also as a person, if she had children, does she get stress incontinence, back pain, foot pain, right? Their injuries, what are their expectations? Is there a way to tick these boxes in your modifications without automatically going easier? And of course, my answer is absolutely. Don't sell yourself short. So I'm going to sign off here like a little midget. I didn't want to move the chair. I'm away 2 weeks, so I've pre-recorded the next two, and I will see you live again on Easter Monday.